Hello, my friends. So, if today's date, August the 21st, is your birth date, this is a reading for you for this year. It's a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance this year, and an outcome or synopsis card. So, what is the general energy of the year for August the 21st? Well, it is the Destroyer. And this is a very powerful and profound card. This destroyer, every act of creation first begins with an act of destruction. Pablo Picasso said that everything has to come from something that's been destroyed, that's been broken down, that's been able to be remade into something useful for the right time and the right place again. So the destroyer comes, there's a triumvirate of creator, sustainer, and destroyer that exists in the Hindu pantheon. Uh, that is the sense of everything has a sense of a right moment to begin, a definite sense of time to sustain itself, and then a place where it needs to go to die to begin the creation process once more. So, this is a year of possibly finding that things that you thought were important to you are no longer available to you, and that they have become in essence destroyed, so that you can be remade, or that your some vital part of yourself can be repurposed, so that you can be led to the path that is really the truest path for you. On some levels, this is asking for divine guidance to put obstacles in your way so that you can find your own path. And the obstacles are gifts from above, from super consciousness that says, well, this will help you to grow, and it may not be easy and it may not be fun, but it's something that is important to you and important for your life. So the more you can open up and face it with a sense of grace, a sense of openness, a grace of forgiveness, a sense of compassion for yourself and your path, and a sense of willingness to go through what is being demanded of you. So, what is the challenge for you this year? It is the King of Wands, and I think the King of Wands is on a lot of levels someone who, in his normal position, is very happy with where they are in inspiration wise, that they've lived a life of art, or a life of creating beauty. You've lived a life of creating inspiration, of creating connection, of creating spiritual consciousness, of creating healing work that talks of healing inner wounds. You've lived a life of dance and connection to the sacred dance within, and the sacred points within. And you've done a lot of things, but I think right now your challenge is to feel excited again. And something feels dead and tired, and you feel apathetic to something. And the life of your great dance, the life of your great connection to spirit feels a little dull to you, I believe. And maybe it's a big dullness to you, and it's saying to you, what's next? You can end this and you can go to the next thing, but I don't think you are happy to do that. I don't think you are necessarily willing to jump from what you've already created and know, even though it is on some levels maybe falling apart in front of you, and go towards something else. So, this is about, are you going to open up to your divine spark of passion again? Are you going to find the path that really talks to you again? Are you going to try to hide from your path? Are you going to try to hide from what the universe is presenting to you? Are you going to try to hide from necessary change that is calling for you to look at yourself and feel into yourself, and again reaffirm that you are worth the power of movement toward your evolutionary purpose and evolutionary goal and evolutionary beauty? So, what is the action you need to take? Well, it's the hummingbird. And hummingbird is many things. Hummingbird is the spiritual warrior. In essence, the Aztecs believe it is the their warrior god. It's who they call on for swiftness, for fleetness, for moving through great distances, for being able to live on the nectar of life and the sweetness that is one's spirit in life, and to sing and be free. It's there's an old adage that if you cage a hummingbird, it will die. There's that sense of you can't stop the hummingbird from being who and what it is, and you can't stop yourself from being who and what you are. You can't be caged. You can't be tied down. And if you feel tied down, whether you're doing it, whether it's from outside of yourself or whether it's from inside of yourself, hummingbird is a calling that says, why are you caging your joy? Why are you caging your voice? Why are you caging your freedom? Why don't you fluff your wings and let yourself fly to something new? Fly yourself to a new dimension. Fly yourself to a new enticement. Fly yourself to a new beckoning of nectar that appears sweet to you. And you're wise enough, you've gone through enough to understand that the deadening nectars versus the ones that give you spark and life and joy and presence. So you're going to choose a right path. You're going to choose a right nectar. You're going to choose what is the thing you want to become impassioned about and purposeful about and turned on by, and that will give you the juice to keep going. That will give you the juice to live your life in the sweet way that you really need it to. But you need that destruction. You need that destroyer to come in, and it's got to break up something that is clogging you and holding you back and not giving you the spark that you need any longer. And that could be something monumental. That could be something small. Maybe that could be just the decision to change your life right now, right here. And that is all up to you and all up to where you are in your sense of yourself and your sense of your path. This is the final card, synopsis card, I would say, that says you're growing into your consciousness. You're rising through your many levels of understandings. You're rising from the smallest sense of self that sits in our coccyx, our lowest chakra, our root chakra, that connects us just into the fear or the strength of being alive in this body. But when you go up in consciousness higher and higher and higher, up to the heart where you learn compassion, where you learn to give and share, up to the head where you learn polarities can't really exist if we are one, and that we can't see things and everybody as divided from us versus them is not going to work in our highest consciousnesses. We are each other. We are everyone. We are everything. We are everything and we are nothing at the same time. So this is a card that says you're on your path. You're looking toward your consciousness. You're finding the energies that uplift you and transform you and transmute your poisons. A snake transmuting your poisons to things that are the grace of Creator, the consciousness of being, the wisdom of honoring self in all that is. So this is what every religion points to, and every religion has its pluses and its minuses. But this is just the inner consciousness of yourself against yourself, when you have to look at yourself against what your religions and your doctrines are saying for you, and you have to find your own way, and you have to find your own truth, and you have to find your own consciousness in this, and you're working it out. And this is a powerful year for you to come into the grace, the gift of your path that is true for you, the truth that will lead you forward, the connection to yourself and your holy internal spirit merged with the holy external spirit of being. So may this be a profound year for you. Ahom